didn't tell anybody I was going live. I don't know who's going to come in. I just have time to waste. So I was like, why not go live? It is absolutely beautiful here today. It is 51 degrees. I am so ready for the nice weather. Everybody is out today. It seems like people are walking their dogs. There's people with their kids in the stroller. They're pushing them. Everybody's craving some outdoor time. So I hope everybody's well. Like I said, I'm just coming live just to say, hey, I didn't even tell anybody I was going live. I just have time to waste. My son's in an appointment. So I was like, why wait for him? Why not go live? In the peace and quiet of my car. Because my house has been a little crazy. So it's really hard for me to get any time to go live lately. Is anybody going to chat? Or is it StreamYard that is being stupid? Because I don't see no comments. But I see that I have a bunch of people watching. Hey, Marky. How are you? So I figured this could just be a low-key stream. Say hello to everybody. Check in. I'm frustrated with YouTube, but that's not here or there. I've been fighting with them for seems like a month now. Hey, Margie Jones. I've been fighting with YouTube for like a month now. I keep talking to people and they can't give me the answer, so they keep telling me they'll email me when they have the answer, but for some reason, I still do not have a community page. And everything else I have, but for some reason, I cannot go live on YouTube from my phone, and I do not have a community tab. And all the people that I talk to on YouTube don't understand it either. They don't understand why I don't have one, but they can't figure it out. So I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. So I bet, I have a lot of lurkers thinking I'm going to talk about drama today, and that's definitely not what I'm about to do at all. I just was killing time. That's all I'm doing is just killing time. It's been kind of nice, actually. I mean, I know there's been like normal lives going on, everybody just throwing tomatoes at each other. I can handle those lives. I can definitely handle throwing tomatoes opposed to the lives we were getting. So I think that's a step in the right direction, don't you guys? I don't know. I'm all for people just throwing tomatoes. But it's absolutely gorgeous here. I'm good, Jenna, trying to figure out what I want to do for my birthday. I want to go out of town. Oh, there you go. It's tough with the pandemic to do anything. That's the part that stinks. I'm hoping by the time my birthday comes around, my birthday's not till April, but I'm hoping that this will be all over with because everybody's getting their vaccinations and stuff like that. Did anybody get the vaccination? The corona vaccination? I didn't. My mother did, though. I guess it's a 2-part vaccination. She said she went and got one, and then she had to go back. I don't know how long. I'm thinking maybe a week or so, maybe longer. I don't know. I didn't ask her, but She just went back for her second one. She didn't have any reaction to it, which is good, but she's been after me. You did yesterday, Christy? Are you on the first? Do you have to do 2 shots or 1 shot? My mom, for some reason, had to do 2, but my mom got it just because my mom, as I've stated before on here, my mom had lung cancer. Oh, is it 9 days? Okay. My mom had lung cancer, and they removed the upper lobe of part of her lungs, so she's really scared to get it. Coffee chat. My husband got it. It was 2 weeks intervals. And the only side effects was soreness in the area. Yeah. My mom put it in the arm that she uses a lot. And I guess my aunt went and got it. My mom told her, put it in the arm you use a lot. Don't put it in the other one because you'll be sore. Well, my aunt ended up putting it in the arm she doesn't use a lot. And she said her arm was sore, but my mom's wasn't. So my mom got it just because she's scared to death to get it, because anything like pneumonia, anything like that, because she only has that half a lung, she's scared to death. But she keeps getting after me to get it. They can keep that vaccination. I had enough of government shots in my life. I agree, Sergeant Blackrock. That's tight. That's kind of mean. I've never gotten the flu shot ever in my life. Hey, Remy, I've never gotten the flu shot. I don't know. I guess it's just me, but my mom gets after me all the time. Hey, your main girl. They gave me a card saying I took it when to come back. Huh. I heard 16 through 34 years old have to wait till May. Really, Remy? Hey, Sonia. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I miss you. Um, yeah, I don't know. I haven't even checked into it because I don't I don't know if I want it. I pretty much stay home. I mean, I follow the rules. I wear a mask, I only go out for essential things. Other than that, I stay home. Um, hold on, I gotta mute. My son's getting in the car. Hey, Pixie. So, yeah, I guess my son's appointment was quicker than I thought. I've only been on 8 minutes. Oops. I thought I might have had a lot more time to kill. They gave my grandson the flu shot at his last appointment, but apparently it was only half the dose. He goes back next month for his second one. I've never heard of that before. That's weird. Maybe because of his age. Is he a little guy? I'm wondering if maybe age-wise they can't take the full dose. They were during the 60s and older here. Yeah. My mom is retired and stuff, and she was excited to get it. And like she said, she feels fine and no shots, but I just don't get it because you still have to wear the mask and stuff. So are they doing this vaccination hoping that everybody gets it and then we can not do the mask? I'm not understanding. Yes, he just turned 1. That might be why. Maybe that's why, just so because he's never gotten it before and they just wanted to make sure he didn't have a reaction to it, maybe. We will not be doing the vaccine as of right now. I'll do my research first. We don't have underlying conditions. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in the flu shot because when you get the flu shot, they're basically giving you the flu. So how I look at this vaccination is like they're giving me corona. Like, no, I don't. I don't know. I'm just kind of leery of it, and just am, because I mean, All of a sudden, they come up with this vaccination in a year. I mean, you got to think. Corona hit here a year next month, right? March is when it all started for us. So you got to think this has been going on for a year. I can't even believe it's been going on for a year. I have underlying conditions. Yeah, that's why my mom did it, is because of, her health issues. It's safer for her. So I agree with her getting it because it is safer for her. And of course, I don't want my mom to get sick because she wouldn't be able to fight it off. Like maybe I could. I don't know. But she just worries about us too. And she's like, you guys need to get the shot. Hey, Lisa 54. Good afternoon. I'm not going to be on long. I was just wasting time because my son was in an appointment, but now we're heading home. They gave us shot once where we had to massage our hip for 20 minutes. It hurt like hell. Yes. What was that? I remember that. But like even the flu shot, my mother had a allergic reaction, not to the flu one. She had the pneumonia one last year. First time she ever got it. She got the pneumonia one, and her whole arm turned bright red from where they stuck her, and it got all infected and everything. She had to go to the doctors and get medication. She had allergic reaction to it, and she said, I will never get the pneumonia shot ever again. And I think that's what I'm worried about. I don't know. I'm not down with putting weird chemicals into my body. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I just find these vaccinations scary. You don't really know what's in them. They just tell you that it's good for you and that you should get it. I don't know. They thought that Percocet and all that wasn't addictive either, and look at where that got us. So I don't know. I just have a hard time putting something foreign in my body because they say it's good for me. So yeah. Sorry, this is a boring chat. Like I said, I didn't want drama today. I was just coming to chit chat with you guys. I might come on later though. I mean, there is some stuff I want to discuss, but I'm kind of deciding whether I want to or not because you know how it goes around here. But I might go on later. I think there's somebody that might want to come up and talk about something. So I'm still waiting to hear on that. And if they do, then I'll probably go live maybe later, give somebody a voice. We don't know what they injected into us when we were the military and their shots. I agree. Sorry, my phone just rang. I agree. I mean, I was always worried about my kids getting their vaccination too, but if I didn't get them because you had to be religious and you couldn't give them their first shot at the hospital for you to not vaccinate your kids. So if you didn't, then the state would come because you're not vaccinating your kid. So I did it, but I didn't want to. Hey, Truth. Because I was just scared what would happen if I didn't, And they were saying, like, the kids can't go to school. And I was a teen mom back then, so I didn't have any flu. So they were like, if you don't get vaccinations, your kids can't go to school. If you don't get vaccinations, the state can come in. I was scared to death, so I did it. But I
was scared to have them get it because I feel like you don't know what they're putting in their body. I hope that makes sense. The minute a baby is born, they give them B something injection. Got it 7 years, but not 9 or 12. Yeah. Yes, Irish Murray. Yeah, it's. I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of the name of it either. I'm just curious on who is getting the shot and who's not, you know? I'm just curious if people are just like signing right up, or are people actually hesitating and waiting to do a little bit more research? By October, November, everyone will be vaccinated, but they will still be locking us down and pushing 3 masks. Yeah. See, that makes no sense. Then what is the purpose of the shot? If they're still going to keep us locked down, they're still going to make us wear our masks, then what's the purpose of this vaccination? Obviously, to try to prevent it, but okay, now I really gotta run. Okay, Remy, good to see you. My doctor had me sign up and didn't know I was getting it until I got to the drugstore. Oh, really? Wow, Christy, eh? There's already a new strain of it in West Virginia. I am definitely waiting, especially for my son. Yeah. I mean, like I said, my mom got it and I'm happy for her. But I don't know if I'm down for it. Hey, British Chippy. Good to see you. So did you get the first strain, Lisa? Or see, that's what I mean. So obviously they found something better if they're doing a second strain. I don't even think they know what they're doing yet. And they expect these people to just get this shot when I don't even think they know what it does yet. Jenna, they used that injection gun on us in basic training, no telling what we've been exposed to. Yeah, my brother, when he was in basic, he had to go get his wisdom teeth pulled out, and he actually almost died from getting them pulled out because the the dentist was on base and he ended up getting this huge infection. It was like he had like this cyst underneath his wisdom tooth that burst, and he wasn't able to go. He didn't get to deploy with everybody. He ended up in ICU. And the infection spread so bad. He had tubes coming out of his neck. It was horrible. They had the what is it called? These big people, the infection control come in because they couldn't figure out the infection he had. And they said if they waited one more day, it was going to go to his heart. Okay, let me see if I'm on my phone, so let me see if I can do it. Hold on. Copy. All right. Now, if I lose you guys, bear with me for 1 second. I gotta go to YouTube. And there I am. Hold on, guys. Paste. Okay. All right, there's the link, Tracy. Yes, 2 confirmed cases. Look it up. They called it the UK strain. Really? Wow. I'm gonna have to look into that. Yes, there is a UK strain. I'm gonna have to look into that. I hate any kind of shots. I'd rather wear a mask the rest of my life. I agree. All right, Tracy, let's add to stream.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Yeah, I'm not going to stay up here long. You were talking about the COVID vaccination.
Yes.
Well, okay, we all know my health problems. I have COPD, blah blah blah. So the last time I talked to my pulmonary doctor, I said, should I go ahead and look into getting it? And he said, yes, of course. Okay, well, I thought about it. I called my nephew. My nephew is a doctor, and he's not holistic. I don't know what you call it, but he's anti-medicine and surgery, and I don't know what you call that kind of doctor. They try everything before they try narcotics and surgery. Right now they're doing stem cell to like help with like joints and like busted vertebrae, and they're injecting stem cells to see if it will regenerate, okay, instead of having back surgery or neck surgery or whatever. So he's a real doctor.
Right.
So he's just in the field that they don't run straight to opiates and surgery. But I called him and I asked him, I said, so, because I talked to him at the beginning, good morning, Sunnyside. When all of this first came out, I said, you know, I'm scared, because I mean, like, I literally like had a nervous breakdown over freaking COVID. And
absolutely. Yeah.
And other things, but COVID brought it on. But and I called him and he said, you know, this is a real thing, Aunt Tracy. You know, just get used to it for a while. It's no different than any other, epidemic, pandemic we've had. It's just going to take time to get rid of, to get it under control. We'll never get rid of it. It will be like another strand of the flu. But so I asked him, I said, once the vaccination started rolling out, he's in the medical field. And I said, are you going to get it? And he said, hell yeah. He said, I'll be the first one in line. And I said, really? You're not scared? And he said, nope, not at all. And I said, but I don't want to say his name because I don't want people looking him up. But
right.
I said, well, if you had kids, would you have them get it? And he said, well, hell yeah. And I said, but doesn't it scare you that this vaccination came about so quickly? And
that's my point. Exactly. It's how quick it came about.
Well, here's what he said. This was his explanation. He said, think about this. The vaccinations that we're used to, that we got as kids, took years to, to come to, one that was approved and was obviously a working vaccine, something that actually prevented or lessened the symptoms of, a virus. He said, think of the technology that we have nowadays compared to what we had back then. He said, would it be great if we had 2 or 3 years to study this? Of course. But you can't overlook the fact that 500,000 Americans have died. Are they all contributed to COVID? No, I don't believe so. I believe the numbers are skewed. I've thought that from the get-go. So in my opinion, and this is just me, if I get COVID, I'm probably going to die anyways, because if I go on a vent, I'm not coming off. I already know this. So I'm either going to get COVID and die on a ventilator, or I'm going to get the vaccine and grow 2 heads, whatever the case may be. So I'm going to get the vaccination. But not everyone has to get it, and for us to get this under control, there's something called herd immunity.
Right.
And it is going to break into other strands. What do they call it? We knew this when it got here. Every virus does. That's why when we used to only, get one flu shot for one strand, well, now we've got, you know, type A influenza, type
Lung
B
issue and
influenza.
stuff. Yeah.
It also, broke up and went its own way. So this is going to happen too.
Mm-hmm.
And according to my nephew, it's actually better that it does uh what is the word? Not mutate. Well, maybe it is mutate because it's going to lessen every time it mutates into something else. It's going to lessen the original virus that was so deadly.
Right.
So
There's
that's
that's I don't see
that's just my perspective on it. I don't expect anybody to take my advice. I don't, all I know is
No, I think it's an interesting topic, because um there's so many people on the fence, and then there's so many people that are like your doctor, like I'm going to be the first in line. And I'm just interested on everybody's take on it, because I know for my mom, she was like excited for this and wanted to be first in line because she knew if she got it, it was going to kill her. And and my mom's on me, like, you need to get it, the kids need to get it, your husband needs to get it because of his work, blah blah blah.
But here's the thing, it's not an automatic death sentence. We know this. We know plenty of people that's had COVID and they've survived it, some with very mild symptoms.
Right.
So, it's certain people. And then we've seen perfectly healthy people get it and die. So
absolutely.
It's a very, we don't know everything there is to know about it. We can't possibly. It's not done doing its thing.
Right. And that's what worries me about the vaccine, because we don't know anything about it. How can they say this vaccine is treating it? You know what I mean? Like, that's just my take on it. Like, how they can't even really give us answers on COVID, but they want us to get this vaccination. Well, I don't know.
You can get the flu shot and still get the flu. So yes. as far as I'm concerned, I'm kind of looking at this vaccination as like that. I may still get COVID. I'm just hoping that it would be a milder case of COVID.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right, because when they give you the flu shot, they're basically giving you the flu. That's
not
what
anymore.
They're
not anymore. It's not a live vaccine. It used to be, because I used to get sick with every flu shot I ever got, and I got to the point. Yeah, I'm the whole Bill Gates thing, Scott. You're right. I don't trust, anything that he's got his hands in on. Why would Bill Gates be involved in a medical?
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that, they already knew about this COVID. They've already been testing it for years prior to it even getting here. Hi, Honor Rose. Oh, what did
I don't know what to believe. I mean, you hear so much out there that, and believe me, when it first started, I was like listening to Fauci every time he opened his mouth. I have come to the conclusion that Fauci is an idiot and probably was over in China helping create this virus, because that's what we do in labs. We create viruses and then we create inoculations for viruses. So I'm definitely not a Fauci fan at all. I've come to the conclusion he's just an idiot.
I kicked myself. I'm back though.
But I guess I'm just willing to take
the risk. Right. You're the
Isn't
one.
Amber
You're
K, isn't that his name, Dr. Fauci? Spelled differently? The yeah. Yeah, Scott. Spelled
yes.
differently, but it's pronounced Fauci, right? He's the one that all of the world was supposed to be listening to over all of this. He's the one that was. Tracy, you sound insane,
Can you
unreal.
get rid of Allie Sampson, please, mods?
No, I
You
want to
sound
know.
insane. This dwarfism is in practice. We're not even talking about well, fail to take the vaccine and gamble, take it and survive, survive. That's what Tracy is saying, though.
That's what I just said. That's exactly
Right.
what I just said there, Allie
She
Sampson.
said she would rather take it. So I'm not understanding why you're thinking she's insane because she's for it. If anything, you should have been saying it to me because I'm on the fence about it.
But thank you for reminding me that I'm insane because I need somebody to remind me of that every single day of my life. I need
Right?
that. I need that in my
I
world.
I think insane is a little bit much. Yeah. I think you could have used better wording. You could have said, I don't agree, or did I hear that right? Because she's all for it. I'm the one on the fence.
And
He's the chief
I
medical
can't even
examiner.
I can't even say that I'm all for it. I'm like between broccoli and lima beans. I don't
See,
like
Allie, you
either
got it
one of them.
wrong again. You got it wrong again, Allie. She said people were saying people should have been listening to him all along.
No,
She didn't
I
say
said quite possibly Fauci could have been over in China or in the lab in North Carolina where the virus was created. Yes, I did say that, Allie. Can you prove me wrong? Is it a conspiracy theory? Yes, it is. Is it one that I'm going to go back and forth on? No, because I don't have all the facts. But if you think
it's
for 1
so
minute
stupid.
that viruses aren't used exactly to cripple the economy, then
Yeah.
Fauci
I
is
just
an idiot.
hmm I know, British Shippy, we could. And it's sad, we're just having a discussion. It should be calm, but we always have one in the bunch, and it's sad.
All right, Allie, would you like to take a link and come up here and tell me why now you want to sell me a bridge? I couldn't buy a chicken and little hens right now, but I am looking for a bridge.
What's your
So,
favorite color?
why
The
would
pink
you?
one.
Yeah, why would you? I don't know why you're coming at me
Right.
because I spoke to somebody that I trust wholeheartedly that happens to be in the medical field who told me to get the damn shot.
Right.
So,
Because we were talking about whether, and so her doctor advised her to get the shot. So I don't know why you're coming at her.
and I don't understand why she's not. No, I don't want to throw anybody out there under the bus, but I'm going to Sergeant Blackrock. He's more intelligent and accomplished than you, Tracy. You're overconfident as usual. Okay, Allie, either bring your heart on up here on stage or move along because I've never said the man wasn't more intelligent and accomplished than me.
Right.
You're right, Sunnyside. I can't
I was
say
just
anything
no.
without somebody coming in and going at my ass. This is the reason I haven't even gone live. It's because of people like Allie Sampson. She said,
You
drop
want
a
me to
link.
drop the link? All right, hold on.
Just present yourself the whole way so it's not a porn.
Yeah. Hold on. I don't know how to do that on my phone, though. See, that's the hard part. I can only see them back.
Amber K, I didn't see that.
Hold on.
So because I choose to get a vaccine and I choose to speak out on it, yes, Sergeant Blackrock, she's going to come up here, or he or whatever is going to come up here and tell us all about Dr. Fauci without even looking into his background. But I'll listen because I'm like that. I'm not even going to call her an idiot or a he, whatever. Yeah, what was Fauci's SAT score?
I am, Sonny. I got my finger on the trigger. I'm not on my computer, so this is a little different, but I got my finger on the trigger. Don't worry. Hey, Summer Reed.
Right, Scott. See, Scott has a right to that unless the government makes it mandatory. That's when we start getting into, you know, your constitutional rights and stuff, you know.
Right.
But
And do you
remember,
think
back
that
in the
we're
day,
do you think that's going to happen? Like
back in the
that's
day,
the
our
other
kids,
question.
my kid
Go ahead.
couldn't go to school unless he was vaccinated. That's
Right.
just the way it was. And
Yep,
I
that's
don't know
what we were talking about. We
I
were
don't
talking
know
about how
what
I don't agree.
non-vaxxers are doing today. Do all non-vaxxers homeschool? Is it no longer mandatory
No,
that your
there's a
children have?
paper now. I guess there's a paper now that they can fill out that back in the day when I had my kids, I didn't agree with the vaccinations, but I felt like I had no choice because like you just said, they couldn't go to school. The doctors could call CPS on you for not vaccinating your kids, blah, blah, blah. But from what I gathered now, because of my daughter having my grandchild, if she did not believe in the vaccinations, she had to make sure that the baby did not get his first vaccination at the hospital. Because if you get your first vaccination at the hospital, it null and voids it. So if you are dead set, there's I guess a paper you can fill out and you have to say why you don't want your child vaccinated. But that I don't know if they can still go to public school, or does that mean that they have to
Yeah, I don't know.
homeschool? My daughter ended up doing the vaccinations, but she didn't want to. She was kind of in the same spot I was back then, but she did get a paper and she had to say why. Is it religion reasons? Is it this or that? She had to give reasons. So, but I don't know the whole detail.
Right, Amber K. All viruses do mutate, just like when there was a time when we only had one influenza.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still waiting for Allie to come up here and sell
She
me a
ain't gonna give
bridge.
away who she is. She ain't gonna give away who she is.
People who are getting vaccinated are still getting it, though. Are they getting a lighter case of it, Amber? Because I know when you get the flu shot, that's all you're promised is a lighter case. Thank you, Rolos.
Okay, so Coffee Chat says, yes, they can. All I did was sign a waiver for my youngest to go to school and it's public. Okay, so, and your child didn't get the vaccinations, right, Coffee Chat? Though I think all states might be different. Yeah, I think so too.
I mean,
Amber K said she didn't know.
I hope it remains a personal thing, you know, whether it's you can choose or not to choose, because I don't want to get into a government that makes you put something in your body that you don't agree with.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Amber K. But with a person like me, I might be able to handle a lesser version of it. But I don't think I would survive the full impact of COVID. I don't think I would. Not if it attacked my lungs. And I know there's some cases that lungs aren't being attacked. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
But my mom didn't want to take that risk. You know, my mom, like, she was kind of like you, Tracy. I'd rather take it and have the risk of not, you know, a little less risk of not getting it. I mean, she still follows protocol. She doesn't go out. She goes out for her essentials. Other than that, she stays home. Even when she comes here, she wears her mask. why she's visiting. We don't hug or anything like that because my mom is scared to death to get it. So she felt a little bit more secure with having this vaccination. And my mom has been trying since she got hers to convince me to get mine. And I'm just not on the same page as her. So when I was sitting here wasting time, I was like, I wonder if anybody else is like that.
I agree,
You know?
Joy Lang. Look at what vaccinations has eliminated:
Mhm.
smallpox, measles, polio.
Chickenpox. Chickenpox, yeah.
I
Mhm.
didn't even know there was a chickenpox vaccine now.
Yeah, there is. Yep, there's a chickenpox ones. It's a 3 series one. You have to,
I
there's
and
3 different
I
shots
agree
for
with
it.
you, Honor Rose. I also agree. I also respect everyone's decision.
Mhm.
Like I said, let's see, my sister has the shot and has COVID now, and it's not bad. Thank you, Crazy Mama 3. That's all I'm looking for, is to lessen the chances of me going on a ventilator. I mean, any of the other symptoms I would survive. The body aches, the fever, the, the loss of smell, the loss of taste. And you're right, years down the road, it might show that this vax did something, you know, permanent to people. But it's just what
Mhm.
it is. I mean, you got to make a personal decision, and that's my personal decision. I don't want to go on a ventilator.
My lungs weren't compromised when I had COVID. I get a crazy chest infection every 6 months later that my doctor said is an after effect of COVID. My chest x-rays looks like my lungs were in shattered glass. It's interesting that you say that, because my cousin in Texas ended up with COVID, and he is 48 years old, and he now has permanent lung issues, and it's due to COVID. He never had lung issues before. He was very active, everything, but it did attack his lungs. He lost taste, he lost smell, and his chest was like on fire. And he does have lung damage now due to the COVID. Now, that's not for everybody, but for him, that's what happened. Tracy
Agree,
and Jenna
Rellos.
just
I
getting
totally agree,
COVID.
Rellos. And Amber K, you're right. Ventilation should never be the first line of response. And I have news for you. If God forbid, I was diagnosed with COVID and it came down to being put on a ventilator, I would tell them no. You fight it any way you can, but I will not go on a ventilator. I don't care if you have to use high pressure oxygen. I don't care if you have to, whatever you got to do. I will not. I'll sign a waiver saying no. I won't go on a ventilator.
I
It,
agree, Amber. Okay.
I mean, I'm on oxygen every night. Trust me, I'll crank that bad lad up to as high as it'll go.
Hi, Pink Lady. Look.
Heather, I'm sorry. Yeah, the permanent lung damage. Yeah, I'm, and we're just going to see a lot of that. I mean,
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
just. But I sure didn't mean to piss off Allie, um, with my opinion. But it seems like anytime I speak anymore, somebody has a bridge to sell me, or I'm insane, or I was just telling my story that I contacted my nephew, who is the kind of doctor, not holistic, but the kind of doctor who does everything in their power to not do surgery and not provide pain medicine. And he's into stem cells right now.
Um,
But
Go ahead.
permanent lung damage uh, is also a risk you take with a case of pneumonia. People's lungs are scarred all the time over
Sergeant
having a case of
Blackhawk, it
pneumonia.
wasn't. It wasn't my cousin, it was my brother. And he ended up getting better because the infectious control was able to come up with an antibiotic for him. But they basically discharged him from uh, uh, active duty and basically left him hanging. It was a horrible experience. I'll have to get into it one day with you, but basically, the dentist pulled his tooth and then he was too sick. His group deployed, but he ended up having to be honorably discharged, and it was a mess. And they basically
You're
kind
right,
of just
Amber
left him
Kay.
hanging.
You're right, Amber Kay. They have found that rolling patients onto their stomachs has actually helped some of them come out and off of the ventilator. Uh, I've also heard that you should be as mobile as you can possibly be if you're at home with COVID. You should,
And just like,
sleep sitting
what
up.
was the thing that the people that had COVID don't take ibuprofen, take Tylenol instead of ibuprofen because ibuprofen wasn't something in the ibuprofen reacted to the COVID or something, right? Wasn't there a time where everybody was
Yeah,
like, don't take
yeah.
ibuprofen?
And I love ibuprofen as opposed to Tylenol.
Me too.
Uh, but yeah, I haven't taken ibuprofen since the word COVID came out.
Mm-hmm.
um,
Yep.
I do take melatonin. I also do zinc. I
My
put
mom
zinc
does
in my,
fish oil too. My mom does fish oil all the time too.
I take my vitamin C. I drink orange juice. I don't go out hardly. When I do go out, I mask up. Uh, I just want to see the world get back to as normal. Not that it will ever be the world that we knew, but I want to see our kids to be able to grow up and, you know, have birthday parties and attend. I want to see that. I want to see that happen again.
Me too. Me too. I mean, like I said in the beginning of my stream, you guys all have to think next month it will be a year when it hit here. It hit here in March. It's almost a year, and people are still not being able to gather with their families and friends and birthday parties. And, we're still locked in our homes. So when does this, is that why we're having the vaccination and hope that we get back to normal? Or is the vaccination still not going to stop it from us having somewhat of a normal life?
I don't know. I
That's
just know
my
that when I
question.
think about COVID, my mind goes straight to the younger generation, the
Hmm.
generation of the 21-year-olds that, get together every Wednesday night to have a cocktail and throw darts or started on IBL's birthday. Yeah. Uh, I think of the little ones that are being put through homeschooling instead of being able to, I think kids really, really need socialization. I think
Yes.
that's very important in a child's life, more so than an adult.
Hmm. Yeah, it's
But
definitely hard for the kids now, because they're not going to school. Some places are still not in school, others are in school, but they're not with everybody. They're going in sections. They can't play on the playground. They're in there just to do school and then leave. There's no playtime with your friends or, after school curriculum going on. I mean, I don't know.
well, Pink
I
says
felt
I'm
every minute
vaccinated
of
and
that
still
year.
live as if I'm not. Can I ask a question? Do you ever think that we'll ever get back to the point where we don't have to live as if we're not vaccinated? I mean, will we ever get back? I mean, and I know nobody can answer this, but I'd just like to see people's opinion. Will we ever get back to a place where we're not wearing masks and kids are able to play on the playground together again and parents are able to get back to their normal lives instead of standing over computers with their, 5 and 6 year olds battling them. I mean, do you think it'll ever?
I
I
don't
don't.
know. I don't know. I mean, I would hope so. I would hope we would get to somewhat to that state, but I don't know. Is this COVID vaccine just going to be a new normal? Is it going to be like the flu shot every year now? Is that what it's going to come to?
So Low Lightly
I don't
says,
know.
"No truth. My doctor said we will always wear masks." Pink says, "I think so once herd immunity starts." That's how I was thinking too, Pink. No offense, Low Lightly, because you're entitled to your opinion and what your doctor told you. Uh, I,
Right.
I'm not taking that away from you at all. But that's what I was also put under the impression by my nephew, who is a doctor. And he said that, once herd immunity is accomplished, that this will be treated as any other virus, such as influenza and, you know, but I remember a lot of viruses you don't hear of now. You don't hear of people getting the swine flu or you know, I don't know where they went. Did they just go back to their country? I'm sorry, Low Lightly.
I ain't taking no chances. Oh, Low Lightly, I am so sorry.
My cousin died of it a week or so. Well, it's been few weeks now. You know, the really sad thing, and I know this is morbid, but our funeral homes here are so backed up.
Yes. Because families refuse to have a funeral because they couldn't be together. A lot of people were having that same issue, and it was because people refused to bury their family members without a service, because when it first hit, they couldn't have a service. There wasn't even, this is when like 10 people weren't allowed in the same room, and they were trying to get everybody to stay away from everybody. These people were like, no, we didn't get to be in the hospital with them. We didn't get to say our goodbyes. And there's no way you're going to put them wherever and not let us say goodbye to them. So we'll wait. And I think from what I heard is they're paying to have their family members stay there longer than they're supposed to, because it's hold. And now I don't know if it's true, but that's what I heard. But yeah, there's a lot of people that didn't want to bury their loved ones because they wanted a chance to say goodbye.
And we're living history right now. This will be in the history books.
Oh, definitely.
Unless our government decides to erase it like they've erased other history. But I just want to see the day. Like I said, when I think of this, I think more of the younger generation. Suicide rate is up. Addiction
depression
rates are up. Domestic violence rates are up.
Yep.
People are losing
because
everything.
Yep. People are losing their homes. People are losing their jobs. People are losing everything. Yeah. And it is up, and it's sad.
What don't you think, Dog Mom? And like I said, it's a very controversial topic. Not everybody's going to say run to get the vaccine. I personally am going to get the vaccine. Thank you, Anita. I take that as a compliment. And like I said, if I grow 2 heads, well, that's just double the pleasure for you all. No kidding.
Small businesses are being destroyed. I agree, Anita. They are. Yep, they are.
Yes, they are. And even big, even large businesses, malls, they've got to be suffering. I don't go to the mall. You're not going to catch me in the mall.
And I think that's the hardest part for me, Lisa, is all the unknowns. I'm the type of person that wants to know what it is so I can learn how to navigate, or, just face the facts, whether I like them or not. That's what it is. And it's all the unknowns that I don't like. this vaccination. I think there's a lot of unknowns about it, and that's what I'm fearful to put that in my body. Other people aren't. I am. I think it is a lot of the unknown that keeps everybody. I know it keeps me worried.
And I agree with Pink. Herd immunity is the focus right now. Lifelong immunity is unknown at this point.
Mm-hmm.
This is still a mystery to the medical field too.
Yep.
It's not like, oh, a new virus, boom, we got a cure. No.
Oh,
But
Poon, I'm sorry. The
well,
Poon said, I'm afraid I will go belly up. I've already sold everything I could to stay afloat. And there's a lot of people doing that. A lot of people are just selling everything, just to pay their bills.
yeah.
It's sad.
Poon, I don't want to try to get into your business, but is it something you could do social media wise? I don't know. You might have an auto body shop or something. I don't know.
I don't
No, I
wish
would
COVID
never
on
promote
anybody.
anybody.
Nope, never. It's been a rough road. Yes, it has, Lisa. I think a lot of people can agree on that.
And I guess my opinion of the fact that I think Dr. Fauci is an idiot didn't go over well, but that's my personal opinion.
And you're allowed to have it, whether people agree or not. You're allowed to have it.
You can go back and find a video of Fauci saying that there would be a pandemic in this country a year before it happened. So don't question me on my theories about Dr. Fauci. And you know what? Here's the big thing. Whether you're a Trump fan or not, I don't care. He's gone. He's old news. Trump made the comment one day when this all first came out, because we were all freaking out about what we used to disinfect our countertops and.
Really, Ems? Ems wrote, have you guys heard? Wait, I lost it. Where did it go? Have you guys heard about the kid that's just waking up from a year-long coma? Poor kid is waking up hearing what the world has gone through, and the family can't be near him. I couldn't even imagine that. To wake up after a year and you can't even see your family members to even know if he remembers them or not. He was hit by a car right before. Wow, what state was that in, Ems?
I know, another rabbit hole to go down.
That's what I was thinking. Another rabbit hole. Yeah.
Yes, I did hear that, sunny side, but I've been double masking for a while now. I just, I don't know. The way I look at the mask is, and I've always looked at the mask as, it's not a way to keep me from getting it. It's a way from me to keep giving it to someone else. That's how I've always looked at the mask. I don't know why, but yeah, I'm hoping for
Poon says, yeah, Poon says he's a contractor in Texas. He's been hit with everything in the past year. Then I asked for help in some of my live streams, and I'm ridiculed and shamed for e-begging. Jeez Louise. Just too soon.
Don't you dare. Look, this is a time of people in need.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
if people want to donate,
anybody
they
to be ridiculing anybody.
No, nobody should be ridiculing anybody right now.
Like I said, I didn't mean to piss off the alley person.
You only pissed off one person. She'll get over it. You have your right to
Yeah.
your opinion. It wasn't up here. You weren't up here trying to shove your opinion down our throat or anything like that. You were just stating your opinion, just like everybody else in chat is stating theirs. We're not saying yours is right or theirs are right. We're just having a conversation. But it's YouTube. That's what
Well,
happens
if we
around here.
had
You
all the
can't just have
answers, if we
conversations.
had all the answers, we wouldn't have the virus.
Right.
You know, when I had cancer, funny story. When I had cancer, I was told that sugar caused cancer. So I said something to my oncologist one day. I said, "Hey, I have a bunch of people telling me I shouldn't eat sugar, that it feeds the cancer." And he looked at me for a minute and he said, "Well, think about it like this." He said, "If we knew that sugar fed cancer, how to stop cancer, we would starve it."
Very true.
So you're always going to get,
I
you're
agree,
always
Pepper.
going to get your, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm really not. But I have looked a lot. Hey, Abe.
Hey, Evil
I have
Abe, how
looked
are
a lot
you?
into this. Well, Allie, you were supposed to take a link and come and tell me why I'm insane. I mean, if you're going to call somebody insane, you should be at least decent enough to come up and tell them why. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
British Chippy said you cut out. What did the doctor say about sugar? When I went to my oncologist and I said, "Hey, doc, people are saying that sugar feeds cancer," and he said, "Well, if you want to look at it like that, then if sugar feeds it, we know how to starve it. So cancer would be non-existent." So, but there's still people that have cancer that believe sugar feeds it. So I'm not going to try to change their opinion. I can tell
M
you
says
that when I was on,
go ahead.
no, I did not say he created the virus. I said he possibly could have been sitting in a lab. This could have been a man made virus, Allie. If you have a better theory, step right up.
M says, every physician in my family got the vaccination. Did you get it, Ems, or did you get it as well, or are you on the fence about it?
Abe, I hate ants too.
Oh, the Rolos, yes, I like those too, Evil Abe. The ones with the caramel inside. They're good.
Ooh, I love Rolos.
I do too.
Man, now I want some Rolos.
I know. Thank God I'm still in my car. Maybe I'm gonna run to the store now. Go to the convenience store and get some. They
They said
say
it's
it's
causing.
causing Bell's palsy.
I
Really?
I have heard that in some cases it's causing Bell's palsy. It's one of those things where you got to weigh your options depending on your health. Like I said, plenty of people get COVID and survive it just fine. They go through it like, I believe 100% that this was a man-made virus. Everyone knows that by now, I would hope. Well, thank you, Johnny Cuddy. Would you like to argue with Allie? Because she thinks you're an idiot.
Somebody else said something. Bass said many have speculated that this is a man-made virus. Tracy isn't the first person to say that. No, she's not. K Smalls, can I say something, please? It has a patent on the virus. You cannot patent something that is made naturally. Just saying. Go watch Event 201 that came out in October 2019 before the virus. Okay. I will do that, Case Smalls. Thank you.
And really, at this point, does it matter how it was created? It's here. We're dealing with it. But I
That's
can have
kind of
my
how I
opinion.
feel. That's kind of how I feel. It's like it's here. We can go back and forth on how it was created, who created it. I think that's a mute point. It's just here, and now how
Exactly,
do
Beth. Exactly, Beth. We
we
keep a
keep?
lab that's for that exact reason. We're making them all the time. Thank you, Beth.
Mm-hmm. Jelly Toast says they believe it was man-made as well.
I'm going to go pull up that video. Case Smalls, I know, has seen it, where Fauci is saying that during Trump's presidential time, we will see a pandemic. You cannot predict a pandemic. But Fauci did. Combined IQ of 70 with positive for delusions. Okay, Allie, you're the smartest one here. I wish you'd come up here and enlighten us. I really do. I mean, I love having a genius in the chat, and I would love to hear from.
Oh, okay. Small said so did Bill Gates. She
Yeah.
agreed with you, and she said so did Bill Gates.
Hey, brown eyed girl.
Hey, brown eyed girl. Good to see you. Some mods wear tight pants.
Abe, you're right. Some mods do wear tight panties because they just time your ass out like.
Oh, too funny.
There is a photograph of Obama, Gates, and Fauci on tour in the Wuhan lab during his presidency.
Hey, Dana.
Well, I'm not going to say a word because I don't want Allie chewing me up anymore. So, y'all want to argue with her, him, her, whatever? Go ahead. I can't, like I said, I haven't even gone live lately because I feel like I can't speak on anything. And no matter what I talk about, I can be talking about.
Yeah, and COVID is definitely not fake. I'm with you, Pink. Please, Allie, don't say COVID is fake. I don't feel like flipping out today. I agree. It's obviously not fake.
No. I watched on Zoom as my cousin took his last breath. No.
Yeah, it's definitely not fake.
Do I think some numbers are skewed? Yes, I do. Do I think some deaths would have occurred with or without COVID? Yes, I do. Did COVID speed the process? I believe that too. Right, brown eyed girl. Tell that to the family that's lost somebody from freaking COVID. Tell that.
Exactly. Exactly.
But we still have the ones running around. I mean, I didn't see Allie. I didn't see Allie say that, but we still have the ones running around saying, "Oh, COVID doesn't exist." Well, would you like to explain where 500,000 people have died from it?
Allie's saying I'm the last person to say COVID is fake.
Yeah, I didn't think Allie said that.
All right. I'm going to make today. Their COVID patients. Oh.
Did China cause this mess? Yes, I agree, Johnny Cuddy. I definitely agree. But like I was saying earlier, whether you're a Trump fan or not, when he said, well, we should be able to just disinfect the entire body, and everybody took it as if he was saying they should drink bleach or something like that.
I remember that. Yep. I remember.
Okay. The really stupid people were the ones who said he was insinuating people should drink disinfectant or whatever. But he had a good point that we should be able to find a way in 2020, now 2021, to totally disinfect the entire inside of our bodies. So I when he said it, I was like, We've never walked on the moon. Elvis ain't dead. I hear you, Sergeant. Hey, I watched the rover thing just land on Mars the other day. I watched it live. It was just a reason to mock him, but yeah, there's a lot of censoring going on. Do you know on Facebook, I've posted like 4 posts, and they weren't like anti really anybody. They were just opinionated posts. And do you know it popped up? This content is not allowed on Facebook due to unsubstantial evidence. I was like, damn. I didn't know I had to be a scientist to post on Facebook, but
Hey, Dova. Happy hump day to you.
Dova.
But my phone is going to die because I don't have a charger in my phone. Are you going live today, Truth?
I don't know. I don't
You
know.
don't know?
I'm about half afraid, but I might.
You
But
should.
when I saw you were talking about this, I thought, oh, I got to get up there. But out of everybody, I see that I only pissed off one person, so I'm doing pretty good.
You are doing good.
That's like batting 1,000 for me.
But
So,
yeah, my phone is like at like 3%. So I'm gonna have to end this. But I definitely might be coming live again tonight. I don't know. It's kind of up in the air. Truth says she don't know. I know everybody's been missing her, so maybe she will go live. But thank you, Tracy, for coming up and having this conversation with us.
thank you for allowing me. And guys, when I say something, it's just my opinion.
Yes.
It belongs to me. It's what's going on between my 2 ears. It doesn't mean that it has to go on between your 2 ears. It's just my opinion.
Right.
So I'm going to jump down. Thanks, Jenna. You all be safe out there, and I'll see you around the tubes.
Kay Smiles needs to speak to you, Truth. She said, Truth, I need to speak to you. Can you email me or call me, please?
I don't know how to do all that. I mean, I don't have people's personal info, okay? I mean, I dropped a video under one of your videos because it was the family of the people that you got the letter from St. Jude. And I thought that was so cool that I came across that because I'm actually subscribed to the St. Jude channel here on No, I don't think you want personal email. Email me, Smalls. It's moneytracey@gmail.com.
It's moneytracy@gmail.com.
Because I'm a believer. That's why I put money in there.
All right, Tracy, have a good day. Thank you again for coming up.
Yep, I'll see you
Oh,
around
and she
the
says
tubes.
her email is in her about section.
Okay, cool beans.
All right, thank you.
All right, talk to y'all soon.
All right.
Bye.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you guys all for coming in. Thank you for having this conversation with us. It was nice to have a different conversation other than drama. So I appreciate you all coming in. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you could hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down, you know I like them both. Please do so. And I hope everybody stays healthy, stay happy, and most of all, stay you. And I will talk to you all soon. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Abe. Have a good one. Bye, everybody.